Hello everyone, this is Chamberlain. Welcome to Chamberlain Court. I know this one's long overdue. Better late than never. So, with me is my best friend Justin Wyckoff. And he will be asking your questions. So I figured to try and do something I had not done before in a Q&A video. I figured have my best friend ask your questions, and we'll go from there. This also will help me try to avoid as much rambling as possible. He could also be my wrap it up box. Okay, Justin, fire away.
From Leonardo Juan.
Leonardo Juan.
Question 1. What is your favorite book / comic book of all time?
Okay, well, my favorite book in general would have to be The Lord of the Rings. I'm a big fan of J.R.R. Tolkien. And in terms of comic, I don't know, it's a tough call. It's a tough call between like manga and, you know, Western. I also like American manga too. Jury's out on that one.
Question 2. Have you seen any new animes lately?
At the time I recorded this, I did say that Michiko and Hatchin was one of them, even though that had been around since at least 2008. But I'm counting it anyway because it was new to me, and I do like it. And I've seen One Punch Man. That's a pretty funny anime. I haven't seen as much new anime, but I do plan to get around to it at some point.
Question 3. Which cartoon critic on YouTube do you prefer? The Mysterious Mr. Enter, Pie Girls, or Rebel Taxi?
Kind of all of the above, because I've at least seen some of their videos at least once.
Next question comes from Friday Afternoon Cora. Is that Coca?
Let me take a closer look. I think it's Coco.
If you have any superpower, what would it be?
That's a tough one. I would probably go with invisibility since, you know, I'm the year of the snake. And it's kind of fitting in a way, even though, you know, snakes, you know, kind of freak me out. It's kind of like a Batman kind of quality. Bats frighten me, Alfred. It's time my enemies share my dread.
Super speed for me.
Okay, next question.
Next question comes from Iron Bowman.
Iron Bowman.
First question, what do you think of Borat?
Not a big fan of the movie. I have nothing against it, I just never got into the movie. Same thing with Norbit. No, not Norbit, it was Bruno. Why the hell did I say Norbit? I meant Bruno, my apologies.
Question 2. What fictional characters would you not want
to be found in your bed?
To be found in your bed.
Oh dear God. There are a lot of fictional characters I would never in a million years want to find in my bed, but for the purposes of this video, what?
PG.
PG.
Keep it PG.
Okay, yeah, you got a point there, Justin. Okay. I really don't know how to answer that one. Moving on.
Question 3. If you could have a week where none of your actions would have negative consequences, what would you do?
That's a really tough one, especially when you consider that I do have core religious beliefs. It would have to be a tough call between either stealing, or in this particular case, looting, which is still technically stealing, or beating the shit out of somebody. But that's about it.
Question 4. What is your opinion on King of the Hill?
Dang it, Bobby! I knew you were going to ask me this question. I love that show.
Question 5. How would you do a Dark Souls anime?
I've never seen Dark Souls, so I wouldn't know how to do it. Justin, do you know anything about that?
In my opinion, Dark Souls suck. The Dark Souls series it's just not my bag of tea. If I saw an anime for it, I might watch it, but it would have to be very, what's the word, interesting to catch my attention.
Okay, so it's not your cup of tea. I get it. All
Just
right.
leave it at that.
I don't know it,
Number
so I have no
6.
opinion. So.
Favorite Naruto character?
Not a big fan of Naruto, and I don't really have a favorite character, but if I had to go by the abridged series, I would probably say Jiraiya. Oh, hells yes!
Probably Sasuke myself.
Oh my god.
I know he's turned into a villain, but kind of cool still.
Wow.
Next question comes from Chris Hawthorne. When can we expect the first book to be out?
Well, the first book in my series, again, right now I'm currently querying literary agents, and my idea is that if I don't hear back from any of them by at least February, then I'm just going to try the self-publishing route. Now, that being said, I would probably try to get this... what? I know it's there. Stop interrupting me. Anyway, the best case estimation would have to be May of 2017, but I can't make any promises on that one just yet.
And second question from Chris is, what do you have planned for anime videos?
What I have planned for anime videos, well, since Alex Arcade offered to edit, my next videos and all that, I do plan on doing some countdowns again, and I don't want to give away what they are in particular. Let's just say they kind of like came across through like brainstorming, and I thought, okay, I don't think anybody's ever done a countdown on this before, so why don't I give it a shot? Stuff like that. I'll definitely try to do a couple other videos that are anime related, not necessarily countdowns in that regard. Maybe discussion videos, kind of like what Matsuko X has been doing with DBZ. Something of that sort. Maybe Justin will be in it, at least talking to help, because he is pretty funny and helpful.
Okay, next question comes from Pokemon Girl 5674. Question number 1, which Nostalgia Critic video is your favorite?
I got a lot of favorite Nostalgia Critic favorite videos. I think the one... my god, that's a tough one. I mean, even like all the Nostalgia Critic videos that I have shown you, Justin, even, both of us like can't pick our absolute favorites, It's a tough call between like the actual review. I do like a lot of his editorials. Avatar
would be my favorite, his Avatar review.
You mean like the one where Dante Bosco appeared,
Yep.
and it was in the top 11 best Avatar episodes?
Yep.
That was pretty funny. Okay, we'll go with that one for the purposes of this video.
Question 2, do you have any favorite bands?
The Eagles.
Me too. Woo!
I knew that would catch on.
Next question comes from Descar Productions. When might A History of Plumber Knight Returns Season 1 be released?
The best way... I don't know how to fully answer that. All I know is that I do plan on reviewing it sometime in 2017. I can't give a definite promise on that one. All I know is that, okay, hopefully when Stupid Mario World is done, then, I can review both those, no sweat. And, because, as I said before in my interactive adventure review, the process goes, I download and watch the entire episodes of the season, and then I go ahead and take a look at the next season before I, write everything down. Just to make sure, if there's something that happens next time, that'd be worthy of note.
Our last questions come from Wada Jantachi.
Hang on, let me take a look at that. Wad Jantachi.
It says Wada to me, but... Okay, Wad Jantachi. Mm-hmm. Mr. Chamberlain. First question is, what is your favorite sports-related anime?
The only sports-related anime I can think of as such would probably be Azumanga Daioh. They at least do a lot of sports.
Yeah, that's kind of that's an interesting and kind of hard question to
It
answer.
is, because, I mean, a lot of anime, do have sports, but it's kind of hard to, like, because when we think of sports, to me, to quote George Carlin, to me, what I recognize as sports are baseball, basketball, and football. Anything else is a game.
Well, one I did enjoy, I've only seen maybe 3 episodes, is Prince of Tennis.
Prince of Tennis?
Yes, I've only seen 3 episodes of it, but it's interesting.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it, so I don't know what to make of it.
It's more centered for girls, so,
But,
Anyways.
and again, so is Ozymandias, but guys can get into it too.
That one was hilarious. Next question. As a history buff, do you watch history-related YouTube comedy such as Epic Rap Battles of History?
The one that I've really gotten into is History Buffs. Nick Hodges hosts this, and actually at the time when I originally recorded this Q&A, this was before Nick Hodges broke 100,000 subscribers, and I had friended him on Facebook back in, I think it was April, and I've chatted to him with every now and then, especially now that I've contributed to his Patreon. Definitely got some nice little perks there, and I should be able to chat with him next month after, I think his review is Apollo 13, according to his Patreon message. I definitely have shown a lot of my friends, episodes of History Buff. Isn't that right, Justin?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, Justin's not as big as History Buff as I am.
I'm more of the video game history.
And again, history is history. It just depends on categories and,
Classic video games.
True.
All the way down to the original Atari.
Oh, and before I wrap this up, I want to at least show 2 of my favorite jokes from History Buffs, which I will now play now. Which I will play, and there you go.
The Midway in! Yes, sir. What's moving there?
How's it going, dude? Raclette, thé au lait.
I'm sorry I had to do that, just to check if you were paying attention. No, it's not Bill and Ted, it's of course the Prussians.
What does your spy report?
To be honest, Your Grace, it's hard to believe. He says they're a bunch of poofters.
Explain.
Well, he says he saw the Spartans comb their hair and anoint their bodies with perfumes and scented oils. All of this whilst naked.
That's gay.
Yes, Your Grace, very gay. Very gay indeed, Your Grace. No doubt their gayness will prove a decisive factor in winning this battle.
Excellent. Let's not look into this any further. Attack!
Final question. What is your favorite music genre?
Oh my god, I got a lot of favorites. I mean, you take a look at my iTunes, I've got a wide mix of oldies, I've got some modern here and there, easy listening, a lot from the 70s, classical soundtracks, you get the idea.
Personal question from myself.
Alright, go ahead.
What do you think of cosplay, and will you plan on doing it in the future?
I like the idea of cosplaying. It's just the question I've always had is, who to cosplay as? Who do I look like the most? I mean, people on YouTube, at least someone commented that I sounded like Keon from The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And I kind of see what they mean, because I can kind of match Crispin Freeman's voice. It's a tough call. And again, I would have cosplayed as Yoshi, but as you recall... as you recall, I mean, I would have cosplayed, it's just the problem is, it's next to impossible to see in that costume, because you can only see from, just like this, but downward. And I'm always worried, that some fangirl would, try to glomp me, and their arm would, hit the nose. It would hit my nose, and I was afraid that it would break it, and then you would get blood on a good costume. Whereas when I did that for the Halloween, church trunk or treats, the kids could not reach me. Teenage girls wanted pictures of me, but they at least knew how to, they didn't get carried away. Is that all of them? Mm-hmm. Well, folks, this has been Chamberlain Court Q&A. With me, this is Kevin Chamberlain. and this is my best friend Justin Wyckoff. What? Sorry. His YouTube is Wildcat Just. So he's one of his best known videos is the cosplay of Link and Zelda.
Yep.
There you go. So I'll be sure to put a link to that video in the description.
New videos will be coming soon.
How soon?
Hopefully by January.
Oh, that's right. Your birthday's coming up by then, too.
Yes, it will be.
Okay. And, well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed me answering your questions in a different way with some banter from my best friend. So, yeah, hopefully, so definitely the next one. So, feel free to ask your questions in the comments. Bear in mind, though, at this point, I'm just going to, like, limit myself to 3 per person, you know. You guys asked a lot of really good questions, and I just tried to, like, try and narrow it down to just one piece of paper. So, the next one should be up as soon as possible. And until then, thanks for watching.